Hi, welcome to the next channel. So after I published my recent video, I got some couple of interesting comments in which one it caught my attention. You can see there a viewer have requested me, I want to know how to compile how C compiler code tested while it is developed and how to compile the compiler code. So it's quite interesting, and this reminds me during my tenure in Monta Vista, there was a GCC team which was there, and their role is to custom develop GCC compilers for different platforms, and also sometimes to optimize bug fix and stuff like that. So they just take the GCC release. Sometimes they do customize for a specific Monta Vista variant Linux distribution, and they may need to do also architecture optimization for that specific board and stuff. So it's interesting. So their job is this, and I used to closely interact with them, although I never seen them doing that entire process, but it caught my attention, and it also reminds me in the past I have even worked things like that. In fact, I have done my own such variant. I have used PHP to develop PHP code. Okay, so same way, if you see a compiler, it is taking the C source code and it is compiling it, and it is spitting out the binaries which you can run it on a system. And same way, you can take a compiler source, compile with the same compiler, and then you can get the binaries, and through this binaries, which is GCC runtime binaries, you can compile again a C source code. So it is very much possible. So if you see that way, before I dive down, you can see here, this is my PHP file, which if you notice here, this entire PHP source is also developed using this PHP source. So this is something I keep a track in my database. So I need some type of array. You can see there it is an array, and I need this so that once I integrate it, I can display the contents in my website, so that it is not reading the database. Instead, it reads from this array and it displays on my website. Since it is quite huge, it may contain in future lot more other metadata. It's quite handy in doing this way. So it is absolutely okay. You can get GCC source code of the GCC compiler, and you can compile with the GCC compiler itself. So that way you can see here you have this git source code release of GCC. You can pick from this source. The big problem is when you attempt compiling of this large code base, it may have several dependencies. Obviously it is going to have several dependencies, so you need to install all these dependencies which is going to match the version which it needs. So if you have any Ubuntu or Red Hat or CentOS or something, the dependencies what you have may not match with this version of GCC release. So for this, what we can do is we can go and we can check GCC version which is currently installed in my system. You can see there I can do this uname -a. You can see that this is Ubuntu Linux I am running, and then I can even do is GCC -v, and it is going to show the version of this GCC compiler which is customized, and it is installed as a part of Ubuntu install. So what I can do is I can directly download the source code of a GCC release from Ubuntu, rather than getting it from this generic GitHub release. Okay, so of course you can do that, but if any mismatch of dependencies, then you need to fiddle around and you need to install those dependencies. So what we do is we can do with this command apt source, and you can say GCC, and click tab couple of times, so that it is going to ask some option like this, and you can check various options. You can see there are various versions are available and other variants are available. So what we do is something it matches the GCC version which is 9. You can see there the 9 and with some variant. So we can pick some option like this GCC-9. So most probably it should download the the variant or the version of GCC which may more or less match with current version. Or we can try, why not we give like this GCC-V. See, this is something I always do with the kernel sources. I am not ever trusted with GCC. Okay, so let us just do this sudo sorry, you don't need to give sudo because you are just downloading the source code. So you can just do is apt source GCC, and you don't have any other parameters. I don't think so you need to provide this. So we tried providing just -9 and we try to get the source code. Okay, so we do this, and you can see there it works. I do get some complaint from my students, sometimes it doesn't work and things like that. So if it doesn't work, what I suggest is go here and go to this software and updates, and what you can do is you can select an option called as source. Okay, you can see there other software, and you should enable source packages here. You can see there recommended packages, not here, I'm sorry. You can select the source code over here. You can see there, if this is not selected, sometimes this command may not work. Okay, so this is often an issue when you try to get even kernel source of Ubuntu to compile it in Ubuntu way. Okay, so let's wait for a couple of minutes. You can see there it's a huge source code. Typically compiling such a huge source is quite a challenging task. Often when some dependencies are not met, then you need to fiddle around and install the needed dependencies. Plus it may also take a long time to compile the entire source. Okay, with the size of 90 MB, we can assume that it is more or less may take almost the same time as compiling the entire Linux kernel or a stripped down version of Linux kernel. Well, as you can see there, it just completed the download, and one interesting aspect you see here is I just selected GCC-9, and interestingly the version what it got has is correctly matching the version it is currently installed in the system, which is 9.2.1. okay, you can see there it is also exactly matching with this version. So let's just do an ls. You can see there usually it downloads from the GitHub or some source, and then it applies all these patches from the Ubuntu team, and then we will get this final source code. So we go inside this, and we should able to find the source code of the entire GCC. I hope it is not this folder. If that is the case, we should probably have to extract this GCC folder. Since I never tried this, I am just trying it for the first time. Let us see how much time it is going to take as a part of compilation. See, you can see there it just extracted, and we have the regular stuff. So we can see here we have this configure script. We don't have yet makefile. So from that configure, we should able to get the makefile, and sometimes they may provide some compilation steps or prerequisites in a readme, or sometimes they may include a file called compile and stuff. It depends on open source to open source project, so it depends on the author. If they wishes, they may provide some documentation. So before even we do configure, we read what is mentioned in the readme. Yeah, you can see there is no much steps provided, and we don't have anything like compile documentation. So in that way it is quite straightforward. We can just do is configure, and we see if it produces any errors. So it looks like it needs certain dependencies, and it says that it requires a GMP 4.2 plus, and it needs all these dependencies. So what we do is we try to kind of search in Google what can be done for these dependencies. Okay, because we need to install some dependent packages. So in that way we need to know what dependent packages it may need. Okay, see, there is a suggestion, try running contrib download prerequisites.sh. So looks like they have included some script to get all these prerequisites. And if you go to that folder, you can see it is inside the contrib, cd contrib, and cd contrib. Yes, and you should see this download prerequisites. Cat, and yeah, looks like they have included some scripts, some script to get these prerequisites. So we just do as someone recommended. Hopefully we should able to meet some dependencies. Okay, so we do that /contrib download prerequisites. See, when you compile kernel, it has a different steps. I have done, several times a kernel compilation. Also, you can do in Ubuntu way by getting deb files when you compile, and same way if you compile it in Red Hat or CentOS, you have again different steps where you can get RPM files, ready to install RPM files, binary files, and same way if it is done in Debian Ubuntu, you can get deb files. And here what happens is it's a different source code. It has its own different steps. We see what extent it is able to do that. Okay, but it is perfectly possible. You can get GCC source, and with GCC you should able to compile the GCC compiler. Okay, so looks like something it has done. So we again attempt this configure. Okay, so hopefully it should cross that location. Okay, so looks like it has crossed that, and looks like it is requesting us that some more dependencies are yet to be installed. See, this configuration is not supported in the following subdirectories: GNA tools and so on, and all other directories should work fine. Could not find LGCC and so. So we see what extent we can address these dependencies. See, long back, if you remember, I shot an episode about challenges in compilation itself, titled as yeah, you can see there C compiling source code, so something like that. So the main aspect of taking such an episode is the more you work on any huge project, first you need to know how to compile a huge source code. Okay, it's not just you compile your sample programs which you write. Hardly it may contain a couple of files, but when you deal with a huge source code, it takes a lot of time, where you address all these things and then you proceed with the actual compilation of the source. Okay, the configuration is not supported following subdirectories. Okay,